Are you on your way to a burnout? Know the signs to avoid it. Have you been trying to run a marathon at full speed? Can you guess what will likely happen if you keep going on? This current phase of my life started about 5 years ago with a near burnout. Fortunately, I never had all the signs, but by then I had already been exhausted on a regular basis for almost 2 years. I cannot properly describe how I was super active at work, but then would come back home and just kind of fall lifeless in my sofa, super tired, wondering if I was more tired or hungrier. Often back then, I would do none of those. A burnout is a state of physical, mental, and emotional exhaustion caused by prolonged stress, typically related to work or other demanding activities. It's not about one major traumatic event, but rather more about what we allow to happen on a daily basis. And yes, no matter the pressure that we might be under, we do in the end have a role in allowing those things to happen to us in a sense. Whether it is the regular overworking, the lack of self-care, allowing no time for entertainment and relaxation, and just basically no time to recharge. Unfortunately, having a burnout is becoming far too common. In my home country of Portugal, a study just released May this year indicated that 4 out of 5 Portuguese, so about 80% of the population, actually acknowledged having at least one of the symptoms of burnout. In the Netherlands, where I now live, a country that is generally known for having a better work-life balance than most other countries around the world, the rate of burnout among employees is still 11%. Germany, South Korea, and Japan, where there is even a term applied to death by overworking, I think it's karoshi, seem to be among those with the highest scores of burnout. And it's worth noting that burnout is also a major issue among PhD students who have rates above the general population. And this happens generally because there is a higher degree of stress, high demands, and just all the pressure associated with writing and preparing your doctoral thesis. While I don't have any data about it, I will dare to say that expats are also a group that will probably show a burnout rate above average, especially because there are added pressures to succeed, and to show that the move to a different country was a good one to justify it. One could say that burnout is actually becoming a true modern-day pandemic. And yes, it might not be technically an infectious disease, but it is contagious in the sense that it is an occupational phenomenon that, if not physically, but at least mentally, is given to us by the social, cultural, and work-related pressures of today's world. So you get the picture. It's bad. And we're actually all vulnerable to it, no matter how healthy you might think you are, or how much you think you enjoy your job right now. However, like Ariana Huffington said, the land of burnout is not a place I ever want to go back to. Ideally, we should all be trying to prevent it and avoid it entirely. So the question is, what can you do about it? First, start by being aware, by knowing what are the main signs of burnout. I actually did not know, I had no idea about it when I was going through it.